Hi, I'm Dennis, and I'm your State Communications Training Coordinator. And this morning, I'm going to be covering the radios that you either have in your possession or you may be getting soon. And so let's get right into it. You will either be getting, or you may have, the Baofeng BF888S or the Retevis H777. These are the same radio. There's also another Baofeng out there that is exactly the same radio. The only difference is the name. Right here, instead of Retevis, it'll say Baofeng or Baofeng, and there may be even another name on there. Okay, they've got a trademark thing going on, but we don't care about that. We care about getting this radio going. So let's go ahead and get started right on it. Most of the ones that are going out now that I'm getting in are from Retevis, so let's do the Retevis radio. First thing you want to do is open your package, open your box, and one of the first thing you're going to find in your box is the insert that I put in there. It's made up for our stake and for our use, and what it does is it shows the frequencies and the channel in relation to your ward. This has 16 channels on it, and so we can have up to 16 wards on there. We don't have 16 wards in our stake. So if you're in the 5th ward, you're going to be on channel 5. The 6th ward will be on channel 6. And if you're in a 28th ward, you will be assigned a channel. At the top of the page will be self-explanatory as to the ERC, the Emergency Radio Communications Network for the South Counties. The other sheet of paper that's going to be coming here is instructions on basically what I'm going to cover right now. So I'm not going to go over it. It's there for your perusal. All right. First thing you're going to want to do is take your radio out. The radio will already be programmed. I've already put all the frequencies and everything in it. Battery's checked. The radio is checked. Everything's going to work for you. Take it out of the plastic. The battery is already on the back. I've already put the battery on there. Next thing you're going to want to do is take off, excuse me, the packaging, and this is the in-ear microphone and speaker that you can put in your ear and plug it into the side of the radio if you want to use that. Very seldom have I seen anybody use it. The other thing you want to do, and we'll do that right now, is put the antenna on there. Never key your radio up without the antenna on it. You burn out your finals, which basically means you're burning up your transmitter. In there also you'll get a little hanger for your wrist to put on there. The other thing you'll find in there is a cradle for your radio. This charges your battery. You take it, you put it in here like so. You'll have a red light in there when it needs charging. The battery is not charged. When the light turns green, that means your battery is charged. One last thing that's inside the box here, as far as parts, is a clip for your belt clip. Now might be a little bit hard to see on here. I'm going to try to get it. When you put this on here, people have been having a hard time. You take the screws out, take this and press down on it so that the spring in it, it lets this thing go flat. Then you put it over the holes and put your screws in it. Otherwise, you're going to be trying to get it in sideways and it'll be a little cockeyed in there. The very last thing that's in the box is the manual. You should probably need the manual. You shouldn't need the manual at all because we're going to cover everything you need to know. But the manual's there if you need it. Your radio is programmed, so when you turn it on, which this is your on switch, when you turn it on, it's going to have a voice prompt on it, and it's going to tell you the channel or frequency on the channel corresponding to your ward.
Power on. 6.
So that's channel 6, so that'll be the 6th ward. If I want to go to the 5th ward,
5.
and you can count it
4.
down.
16. 2.
Okay,
6.
channel 6. Facing the radio, as it's facing you, on this side right here, the very top button is going to be your push to talk button, and you'll see a red lamp go on here. Well, it may not look red to you, but it's red. It looks like it's white coming through the screen. That's your transmit. When you push that is when you talk. That's your push to talk button. The one below that is a squelch button. That opens up the squelch. If there's somebody real hard to hear and you can't hear them very well, you hold the squelch button down, you may be able to hear them better. The very bottom orange button is a light. Got it? Okay, great. Now, when you put this in a charger and you charge it, only leave it in the charger either while it's in use and you're using your hand and you can key it while it's in here. In fact, you can see that the battery is charged already because it's got a green light and is reading from the battery. And you want to not leave it in here for extended periods of time. Don't just put it in here for months or weeks or whatever. When you're going to store it, take your battery out, put everything back in the box, and store it that way. Don't store it with the battery on it. You can store it with a full charge battery. I have one right now in the back room that's been in there for 2 years and it's still got a full charge. These are lithium ion batteries. Getting a little bit of age space going on between the ears here. Okay. Anyway, when you want to talk on it, you turn it on.
Power on.
Listen to see if there's somebody on there first. And remember that we don't own the frequency. We're just using it. We don't own any. Nobody owns any of the frequencies except for the government. Okay, when you want to talk, you push and try to talk clearly, plainly, and try to talk in plain English. You don't have to use a whole lot of jargon and stuff. One thing I would encourage you to learn is the phonetic alphabet. That's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. You can find that on the internet so that if you have to spell something out and people can't hear you very well, you use phonetics. What if I'm calling somebody, say, this is Dennis, the 5th Ward WCS, calling the Stake SCS for Highland Central. Unkey and wait for him to respond. Or you can just say, Peter, this is Dennis. You copy. There you go. You don't have to be. Got somebody on there. Okay. You don't have to be formal on this. These are GMS or FRS, GMRS frequencies, and you don't have to use Q signals and all that kind of stuff. Q codes. Okay. That's about it that I wanted to cover with you on this. One other thing, what I might do when you're going to put it away, there's a little latch on the bottom. Hold the latch down and push the battery. That disconnects your battery. And to put your battery in, it's a little stiff to get in there at the very end, which you have to kind of push a little bit of pressure right down here on the back end when you're pushing it in. Smack it in there and you're in. Okay, you're ready to go. If you have any questions, you can send them to me at djonkeys@hotmail.com, or you can look on your ward list or stake list and you can give me a call at home. And what I'll do is I'll follow this film up for questions that I get. And I can think of one question right now is how long are the batteries going to last on this thing? The batteries will last days if you're not keying it up all the time. If you're using it a lot, then you're cutting your days down to hours. You probably get 6 hours of continuous use. Other than that, you can monitor for days. Okay, a lithium ion, you don't have to charge, you don't have to add AAA batteries or AA batteries to it. Just drop it in your cradle and let it charge up. Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you. If you have questions, like I said, shoot me an email and I'll follow up on it. Talk to you later.